The Speaker, this bill was a Senate bill, or is a Senate bill, Bill 25, and it underwent the due process, and consequently, the bill was referred to the National Assembly for concurrence as required by our standing orders and the law. And at the National Assembly, Mr. Speaker, some amendments were considered by the National Assembly. And Mr. Speaker, before I embark on the different amendments that the National Assembly did, I want to say that as a committee, Mr. Speaker, we were able to deliberate on the different amendments that the National Assembly considered. And for the sake of the counties, for the sake of service delivery to our people in the 47 counties, Mr. Speaker, as a committee, we agreed and decided to consider the amendments that had been proposed by the National Assembly. And today, as I move this motion, I'll be requesting colleague senators to okay or to vote yes, so that we can close on this matter this particular financial year. And the next financial year, Mr. Speaker, any deficits, any deficiencies that have been incurred will be dealt with, Mr. Speaker. As you know, this bill, which is a county government's additional allocation bill, is monies that we give to the county, conditional and unconditional funds, Mr. Speaker, away from the equitable share that we normally allocate the counties, Mr. Speaker. So in this regard, Mr. Speaker, as Senate, we had approved a total of 93.53 billion conditional and unconditional funds to the counties for this financial year, 25-26, Mr. Speaker. Apparently, when the bill went to the National Assembly, they reduced that figure from 93.53 to 70.66 billion. And these were the following amendments. First of all, Mr. Speaker, is the issue of the construction of headquarters for the 5 counties, a journey that we have embarked on as a Committee of Finance. We were able to deliberate with the governors of those counties, and what was needed for them to complete the construction of the headquarters was an amount of 454 million, Mr. Speaker. Apparently, what National Assembly approved was 449. They reduced with 5 million, Mr. Speaker. As a committee, we looked at this and said, instead of forth and back, we will be able to ensure that in the next financial year, this 5 million is included, is considered, so that that matter comes to an end. Our focus as a committee, when we brought in the different stakeholders, Public Works, the Ministry of Finance, the 5 governors and their senators on this issue, the whole essence was to try and ensure that they get their money, that was that allocation had been done, and there had been consistent delays in each and every financial year, so that we close on this issue of the headquarters. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, was on the issue that we've really had forth and back with the National Assembly, the issue of RMLF, Mr. Speaker, amounting to 23.64 billion, Mr. Speaker. Apparently, the reason we agreed to this is simply because this matter is live in court. It's an ongoing court case. And as both houses, as per our standing orders direct, we felt that since it's a matter that is ongoing, we let the due process of the court take its course, let the conclusion be. And this money is because they are just held, you know. Of course, this money should be given to the counties for the counties to continue doing the road improvements and the road projects that our people do need. But since this money is just still held, we felt that let it not be the issue that makes us have forth and back as far as this bill, Mr. Speaker. Thirdly, Mr. Speaker, was on the issue of CAIPs, Mr. Speaker, that we realized that some counties had started very well with the issue of CAIPs. And National Assembly, in their proposals, proposed that those counties that the projects had really moved to a greater percentage, close to above 50%, let them be given that, the balances of their money, instead of allocating those funds to new counties for them to restart again. Let the counties that have really done massive implementation of the project, let them do to completion, so that that actualization and value for money can be felt, Mr. Speaker. We also, additionally, we had the issue of the Kenya Devolution Support Program, where there are some grants which were revised, like from 1.76 billion to about 3.43 billion. This is an increment, actually. And then at the same time, we had the Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Project, whose allocation was through World Bank was about 800 million, which was now improved to the allocation was about 800, no, it was about 1 billion, sorry, and this improvement was up to 2.5 billion. There was an increment, Mr. Speaker. So as a committee, Mr. Speaker, we did consider these differences in terms of how much has National Assembly reduced versus the timeline that we have for the counties to be able to get the allocation, and any differences will be factored in the next financial year. We didn't want things to stall or the counties not to be able to move, Mr. Speaker. The other issue, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, was on the, as I've said earlier, was on the issue of the total reduction, which is about 23 billion that has been full. But if members were keen, you realize this amount is highly from RMLF. The 23 billion is the bigger chunk of the total of 93. The 23 is from RMLF. And since the matter is live in court, we felt that the amount that they have reduced is, is minimal. For us to be able to consider this particular amendment as a House, so that we can be able to come to closure of this particular amendment for this particular financial year. And I would request kindly members, because we want to dispense with this issue, Mr. Speaker, I would really request colleagues, I know this is a matter that touches each and every county, and I know today is normally a Thursday. I would really request that we be in the House so that we can be able to dispense with this motion. And I would request my brother, my young brother, my colleague, Senator Eddie, whom we sit in the same committee, to be able to second. And let me use this opportunity still, Mr. Speaker, to offer my sincere, deep-hearted condolences, myself and my dear family, on the demise of our great leader, Honorable Raila Odinga, because I know when we met today with Eddie and I had not seen him, I still extended the same. I would wish, when I'm calling him to second, I wish also to sincerely extend the same, and the entire fraternity of the ODM party. Welcome, Senator Eddie.